What does my morning routine look like? This is a question that I get a lot of the time, and one that I wanted to share with people because there's not really a secret to the morning routine, and my routine should not be the same as your routine. The routine that you should implement is the one that you'll stick with. So, with that being said, I'm going to walk you through what my morning routine looks like. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you guys one quick insert about me. It's something I've been doing for the last 7 years. So, a big part of my morning routine is journaling and setting my day up for success. So, I'm going to shout some people out here on this video. Brent Vogel, Eric Huey, and Ryan Bennett have all been accountability partners for me at one part of my time or another, and my wife. And we've done these journals together. So I have down here on my bookshelf here, I've got probably over 15 journals. Some of these are annual journals, some of them are bi-monthly journals, or they're journals that have 2 months in them. But I started with Living Your Best Year Ever by Darren Hardy, and that's a great journal to start with. However, as I started running a few businesses, I needed a little more execution and planning. And so I moved to the Brendan Burchard's journal. I just wanted to show you guys that because that's 7 years of hard work in journals, of writing, of contemplating, of planning, of me thinking through and trying to stay self-aware. So this does not happen overnight. It takes time. So I wake up between 3:30 and usually 4:15 every single morning, depending on what I have going on that day, what time I get to bed, how Ezra sleeps. It just depends. But usually it's between 3:30 and 4:15 every single morning. I have to make sure to beat Jocko Willink up, and I'm pretty sure he gets up at 4:30. So I have to beat Jocko up. I do this on Saturdays as well. So wake up. My Catholic faith is the most important thing to me in my life. So you'll see, actually, I'm getting ready here. So I'm going to see here and here. That's the Holy Bible. That's our crucifix, the crucifix here. So my Catholic faith is extremely important to me. So the first thing that I do is, well, I get some clothes on, obviously, and I come downstairs to my awesome new office now. But I read the scripture, and then I contemplate the scripture for anywhere between 15 and 25 minutes. And I read some meditations and some reflections on the scripture. Then I go over to my prayer time, and this is where I'm really reflecting myself on this time. And then I jump over to Stoicism. And I'll have another video about Stoicism. But I go to Stoicism, and I listen to Ryan Holiday speak on the Daily Stoic podcast and then the Daily Dad podcast as well. So those are all things that are really important to me, is stoicism, empathy, and being a father and a husband. After that, I kind of go get my coffee maybe. I make some cold brew here in Kansas City. I make my own cold brew, which is pretty cool. So check it out. It tastes really good. It's way better than hot brew in my opinion. And then I get to the journal. And the journal is broken up into parts. So I'm going to walk you through the parts of this journal. Really, the first thing I do is I do an evening journal in the morning. I reflect on my day before. And so I'm going through questions like this. What's a moment that I really appreciated today? What's a situation or a task that I handled well? What's something I realized or learned today? I could have made today better if something that could have helped me feel more connected to others would have been. And if I was my own high performance coach, I could tell myself this statement about today. And then I have a daily habits scorecard. So these are 6 habits that I'm always working through. And these are from the High Performance Habits book, which is right here by Brendon Burchard. Highly recommend this book if you haven't checked it out. So the habits are clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, and courage. These are all things that I'm thinking through on a regular basis and grading myself on a regular basis on. After I finish the evening journal, I go over to the day's journal. And during the day's journal, I do a few things first. I write a gospel reflection. So however the scripture impacted me during that day, I then write that down in my journal. It helps me stay grounded and remember what's important throughout the day because I see that gospel reflection, how it impacted me and how I'm living it out on the regular basis. I then write my affirmation. So I'll read you my affirmation. I'm going to leave some numbers out of this for you guys. This year I have generated blank in active income through commercial real estate and acquisitions and brokerage. I must achieve this goal to create the Freeman family legacy, increase my service, and glorify God to my highest capacity. I can achieve all things through Christ who strengthens me. God has created all things in abundance. It's simply up to me to claim what is mine. The Lord is my rock, my salvation, my fortress. With him, I will never be greatly shaken. I have that tattooed on my back, by the way. Little fun fact. I'm a man of faith, family, fitness, and future. I'm a man of virtue, faith, hope, and love, prudence, temperance, justice, and fortitude. These are my most valuable priorities, and these are what I filter every decision through. I am a stoic. I am humble. I am empathetic. I release tension and I bring the intention. I am self-disciplined. I am self-confident. I can achieve greatness, and I am worthy of success. I am an alpha, and I am a cleaner, period. Woo! It's getting pumped up just listening to that. And that's why I write that down every single day. So I write that affirmation or incantation down every single day. I then go through my schedule for the day. I either move meetings or I accept the meetings for the day. And then I think through what can go wrong, what is the needs to happen at this meeting that would mean success. After I go through my schedule, I then have tasks that absolutely must be done today. So I write those down. I have my top 3 goals, which is always live out the gospel through however the gospel spoke to me during that day. And the second and third one are very specific for that day. People that I need to lead or connect with today. My wife is always on here. And how do you want to do that? So patience, empathy, and love and presence with her. And then I have my other meetings. I also write a Bible verse every single morning on my journal. And this month's Bible verse is, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, through prayer and petition, bring your request to the Lord. And that's from St. Paul to the Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. And I have today's message to myself. What's your message to yourself during the day, for the day? And then there's 10 questions that I work through on this journal. Some of them are, what is one thing I can get excited about today? What's one word that if I could describe myself today, what would that word be? Who's somebody that needs me on my A game today? What's a situation that might stress me out, and trip me up? And how would I deal with that? What's one action that I can take today to demonstrate excellence? I would know today was a great success if at the end of it I felt these things. And these are things that are setting me up for success. So I have my schedule, I have my affirmations, my why, my incantations. I have my morning mindset. I'm looking at the day before, getting better. I'm writing down what's important to me on a regular basis, and I know what I'm doing. This allows me to go execute at a high level every single day. It's not easy, but guess what? Being great is not easy either. Until next time, live free.